Hi, I'm Lillian Cole-Gordon. I will be explaining TPR as an English language acquisition strategy used for over 30 years and developed by Dr. James Asher. TPR is a language teaching method built around the coordination of speech and action. It is the combination of movement and language to enhance language acquisition. There are some steps that we follow when using TPR. First, we choose the vocabulary to physicalize. We introduce the vocabulary gradually. We drop the physical modeling, add additional commands, add additional responses. We play games for additional practice, assess student progress and understanding, and periodically review the strategy, total physical response, and plan to improve and expand use of the strategy. I will be using this strategy, TPR, to introduce the topic, my body. We will be looking at the face, and I have chosen my vocabulary to physicalize. Eyebrows, eyes, nose, mouth, chin, cheek, ear, forehead, and lips. I will use a PowerPoint presentation to introduce the words to the class, to the students. Students will read the objectives with the teacher, or will listen to the teacher read the objectives under the language and content areas. Today, I will identify parts of my face so that I can tell the names of each part of my face. I know I have it when I write the names of parts of the face correctly. Eyebrows. The teacher will use her fingers to touch over her eyes, demonstrating where to find the eyebrows. Eyebrows, eyebrows, eyebrows. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Nose, nose, nose. Mouth, mouth, mouth. Lips, lips, lips. Chin, chin, chin. Cheek, cheek, cheek. Air, air, air. Forehead, forehead, forehead. As the teacher says these vocabulary words, and shows the picture demonstrations, students will be asked to touch their own body parts on their face and say each word as the teacher has said it, repeating it 3 times. The teacher will then move to dropping the physical modeling and adding new commands. She will use a question handle to ask, what am I touching? Students will respond to what am I touching with, you are touching your, and they'll say, you are touching your, what am I touching? Students will respond, you are touching your nose. What am I touching? Students will respond, you are touching your ear. After these sets of commands and instructions have been done, the teacher will introduce a game for additional practice. She will explain the instructions for Simon Says. With this, students will touch the named body part as the teacher says it. If Simon does not say it, they cannot touch it. If Simon says it, they will touch it. Simon says, touch your forehead. Simon says, touch your nose. He says, touch your mouth. This assessment will be used to identify if students have acquired the vocabulary which explains the parts of their face. Simon says, touch your ears. He says, touch your nose. Simon says, touch your lips. Simon says, touch your cheek. He says, touch your chin. If students go ahead to touch their chins without responding to what Simon says, the teacher will stop to correct the error. At the end of this instruction process, students will be asked to find an activity placed at the activity center where they will identify their gender, boy or girl, and use a worksheet, a pencil, and choose one that looks like them to write the names of the parts of their face. The list of words used to identify the vocabulary will be placed on the board, and there will also be a repeat of the PowerPoint slide for students to refamiliarize themselves with the vocabulary. TPR has been used for over 30 years. The method attempts to center attention to encouraging learners to listen and respond to the spoken target language commands of their teachers. In other words, TPR is a language teaching method built around the coordination of speech and movement. It attempts to teach through physical and motor responses. TPR is used for a variety of lessons with students of various English language development levels. It's used to introduce new vocabulary procedures, sequence of actions, and students are encouraged to use TPR to demonstrate vocabulary and procedures to other students. In addition to this lesson, students will be given another follow-up activity in addition to Simon Says and writing the names of the vocabulary words in place with a diagram showing the face and body parts. Students will also be given a scramble to rearrange names for parts of the face, which will also aid their vocabulary and spelling. As a follow-up activity, students will be placed in groups of 3 for cooperative activities. At the end of the lesson, the teacher will do an assessment of her own teaching and instruction to see where she could make improvements or to see where she could develop the lesson further to ensure maximum language acquisition for each learner. Thank you.